Okay, my dear students, in our last class we talked about the different arithmetic operations, and in that arithmetic operation we talked about, is there any hardware device which is capable of doing addition, subtraction, and then increment and decrement operations. We also showed here what are different micro operations which are possible. But now today let us start building the hardware for that. Now in register section we talked about the smallest circuitry, that is called as the registers R1, R2, R3, R4. We connected all those registers with the bus, and from bus to memory. And here in arithmetical and logical unit, let us talk about the basic operational unit, and that is nothing but the adder. In register section the focus was towards the towards combining the registers, but here the focus is towards the operation, the addition operation, the subtraction operation. So let's talk about the smallest circuitry which is available to perform the operation of addition. Let us take first the addition operation, and the smallest circuitry which is available for addition operation is nothing but the half adder. Okay. Now what is a half adder? Why do we call this as the half adder? A half adder is an electronic circuit, a smallest electronic circuit which is capable of adding 2 bits of data. 2 bits of data. It is one half adder performs only 1 bit of addition. Okay. For example, we know we all are familiar about the gates. Let us take 2 gates. This is the internal circuitry of half adder. So we have 2 gates. Both these gates has some input and output. So let us say the input is X and Y, and the output is S and C. This circuitry also can be represented like this. So I'll say I have a box. What lies within this box? This circuitry. This box contains X and Y, and the output is sum and carry. Okay. We all know that this is nothing but an XOR gate, and XOR gate works on similar and dissimilar inputs. When the inputs are similar, what is the output? The output is 0. And when the inputs are dissimilar, the output is 1. Similarly, for AND gate, we know how it works. The AND gate, when both the inputs are high, the output is only at that point of time high. Otherwise, the output is always low. So let us say we have 2 inputs X and Y. Then we have 2 outputs S and C. Since we have 2 inputs, there are only 4 possible combinations: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. What is the output? Similar inputs, the output is 0, because we are talking about XOR gate. Dissimilar inputs, the output is 1. We are talking about XOR gate. Now we are talking about the AND gate. AND gate means all input 0 and output only 1 when we have 2, 1. So this says when input X and Y is 1 and 1, when we are adding 2 1 numbers, two 1 bit numbers, and the input is 1 and 1, so we'll get sum. The summation of those numbers is 0 and the carry is 1. Okay. Now the problem with this circuit is that it does not take into account the previous carry. For example, if we are forwarding the carry output of this to some other half adder, there is no carry input in some other hardware. So some other half adder. So that means half adder behaves independently. It is not dependent on each other. Now, when I extend the functionality of this, when I connect some other circuitry to this, I am extending the functionality of this circuit. Let us talk about the full adder. What is a full adder? when two half adders are combined, it becomes a full adder. So I have one half adder here. I have one more half adder here. Let us say this is my half adder. So when I combine these two half adders, it becomes a full adder. Now, if I connect this output leg to the input of this, okay. Now I'll keep it as it is. If I connect the previous carry, one more input Z, if I connect this to the input of this, that is nothing but this. Now I have two inputs, two outputs remaining. So one is this, another is this, and if I use an OR circuit here, this becomes my sum, this becomes my carry, and these are all the inputs. These are two inputs and the previous sum input, previous carry input. So now my circuit has got modified. So I have a full adder now available. Full adder has two inputs X and Y, which is capable of performing addition for two 1-bit numbers only, but it has an input Z, which is nothing but carry input. If I rename this, I will say this is C in, this is C in. If I say this is C out to differentiate, so I have two outputs like sum and C out. So it becomes a full adder. Now how this full adder works now? It works similarly as half adder. For example, I have two inputs X and Y, then this sum and carry. My half adder system was like this: 0 1 1 0 1 1, and then sum is 0 0 1 1, carry 0 0 0 and 1. This was about the half adder. Now if I am taking into account one more input, and that is nothing but Cin, let me take Cin as 0 for this combination. If I take Cin as 0 0 0, it will not affect, it will behave as the half adder. The output will be the half adder output only. For example, if I say 0 1 1 0, so 0 0 1 1, so 0 carry input is 0, 1 1 is the input. Now what will be the output? Can I get output 0 and 1? Yes, because I am giving 1 1, 1 1 is similar, so this becomes 0. So once this becomes 0, 1 1 1 1, this becomes 1, this is already 0, this is 0, so this is 1. So here I am getting 0, 0 0 is 0, 0 and 1 is 1. So I am getting carry output as 1, and I am getting sum here is 1 1 is 0. Now here this one is 0. What about this? This I am getting the 0, 0 0 is 0. Okay. So done. Now, so can I say that this box is capable of performing the addition for two single bit inputs? The answer is yes. Now let's move further. If one box is capable of performing addition for 1-bit number only, for a 4-bit addition, 4-bit adder, what do I need? I need 4 full adders. I need 4 full adders. For example, if I say full adder 1, so this is full adder capable of performing 1-bit addition, but I need 4-bit arithmetic adder. So that means this is also a full adder. So I need 4 full adder, full adder. So let us first of all draw the inputs and the outputs. So full adder inputs are starting from this, full adder inputs are X and Y, X and Y, and C in. Similarly, C in, and the output is C out, sum and carry. Similarly, X and Y, C out, C in, sum and carry. Similarly, sum and carry, like this. Now, this C in and C out, if we combine this C in and C out, it's like this, it's like this, it's like this, and this it's like this, C out. So, here this is also X and this is also Y, this is also X and this is also Y. Now, this circuit is capable of performing 4-bit addition operation. For example, if I say I have a register A which comprises of 4 bits, A0, A1, A2, A3. Similarly, register B which comprises of 4-bit B0, B1, B2, B3. If I want to perform the addition of A register which has 0, 0, 1, 0 and B register 0, 1, 0, 0, what is the output? The output should be sum S 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Now, how do I show these two registers A and B? If I rename these legs here, if I say this is A0, B0, A1, B1, A2, B2, A3, B3, then how do I say sum carry? How do I show sum and sum carry? So, sum is basically S0, S1, S2, S3. So, this is S0, S1, S2, S3. Here I would like to show some this modification carry. Since carry I have already used, so there is no need to show this, like please make necessary changes. So, I have only sum output. So, what is this sum output? If I say this is S0, this is S1, this is S2 and this is S3. So, now this circuit is capable of performing this 4-bit addition of two registers A and B. Now, can I write down that this circuit is capable of performing A plus B? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. So, in this lecture, I have talked about how addition operation can be implemented by making use of the full adder circuitry. So, in my next lecture, I will be talking about the subtraction operation, then increment operation and then decrement operation. So, if you have any doubts, you can write to me and or you can communicate with me through email or through WhatsApp. Thank you very much.